Welcome back, guys. It's Kevin, and the first lesson of this series, we're gonna talk about the multi-million-dollar question, is dropshipping dead? And the answer is no, and I've got over 20 million reasons why it isn't dead. So why is it that everyone keeps saying that dropshipping is dead? Well, in fact, it's just the way the vast majority of people that are dropshipping that's actually dead. Now, to better understand, let me actually explain the business mechanics of dropshipping. It's quite simple. In the past, if you wanted to start a business, you needed a large amount of capital to start for something called inventory. Let's say you had this idea. You want to sell MMA gloves. Well, in the past, you'd have to somehow find a factory that could design and produce these MMA gloves. You would then have to go to the factory, usually in China, and get them to produce. These factories would want to make sure that you're actually serious and would ask you to place a minimum number of orders. So let's just say in this case, 1,000 MMA gloves. Also, they'd ask for a large upfront cash deposit in case you end up screwing them over. The problem is if you were broke, like me, you couldn't afford a deposit or to commit to minimums. And even if you were rich, you still have to take inventory risk in the sense that you're paying for products that you're not quite sure you'll actually be able to sell. Then everything changed. Along came this very smart Chinese man, not me, Jack Ma. He created something called Alibaba, or as we know it, AliExpress, a platform that would connect Chinese factories that often had excess inventory they were trying to get rid of with both consumers and entrepreneurs. This allowed for a very magical thing that changed my life and many other lives. Entrepreneurs can now place orders only when they've actually gotten a sale. As a result, there's no longer inventory risk and no longer the need for very expensive minimums. Now, someone broke like me can participate in the growing world of e-commerce and entrepreneurship. That's all dropshipping is. That's it. There's nothing inherently wrong about dropshipping, and there's nothing inherently dead about dropshipping. So what do I mean by the way that the vast majority of people are actually dropshipping? The two most popular methods to dropship is called general stores and single product stores. You've probably either seen or been taught to do one, the other, or maybe both. A general store is a dropshipping site where there's a bunch of random products all together. Whether it's beauty, jackets, drones, and who knows what. You all put it onto the same site. Sometimes it's organized, sometimes it's not. And these sites usually feature fake reviews, a bunch of countdown timers, fake trackers for how many people have been on the site, and other gimmicks. Advertisers focus on marketing specific products and drive traffic to the individual product pages. The goal here is to simultaneously push a bunch of individual products and hope that one of them goes viral. If a product does end up going viral, the hope is competition doesn't come in and saturate out the product. So why do people like this method so much? Well, setting up the site is relatively easy, and there's little thinking involved because you're just throwing products onto a site, testing all of them, and seeing what sticks. Once one product goes viral, you spend more and more ad dollars driving traffic to that product, and once it becomes oversaturated, you try to find the next viral product. Sounds like an incredible plan, right? Unfortunately, there's some big problems. Number one, this method has been overused, so consumers are catching on to this style of website. Here is an example of a general store. You can see that the collections are pretty unorganized. There's a bunch of random products, and there's not a lot of cohesion, and the products are actually being pushed on this site. Think about it. How many legitimate businesses out there in the world sell this many random things, aside from Costco and Walmart? Obviously, doesn't communicate a lot of trust to the consumer, especially if they've seen thousands and thousands of this type of website before. Number two, once a product starts doing well, competitors that are also running general stores will also realize and start pushing that same product. Also, everyone that's doing general stores generally uses the same type of advertisement, usually some variation of the video that's often provided by AliExpress. So from a consumer's point of view, it becomes very spammy very fast. Imagine going through your own Facebook newsfeed and seeing different stores selling the same exact product in the same way. Not the most reassuring thing to see. Here's an example of the type of videos that general store dropshippers frequently use. You've probably seen these all over your newsfeed, and you can see how many of them just replace the logo at the top right and blast this ad. Eventually, thousands and thousands of people are using the same creative, pushing the same product, and all they're changing is the small logo in the video. To make matters even worse, the videos created by AliExpress are often ones that infringe on the copyright of major brands. As of 2018, Facebook has started banning personal Facebook accounts, not just ad accounts, personal Facebook accounts of individuals that are violating copyright infringements. If you have a friend in e-commerce that magically disappears from Facebook, my guess is not because they're trying to unplug and go on a spiritual journey. Number 3, there is little incentive to build infrastructure like branding products, speeding up logistics, or even improving product quality. Products come and go so fast that there's no point. Despite pissing off thousands and thousands of customers around the world, dropshippers continued. Until in May 2019, Facebook dramatically increased its customer feedback standards, resulting in more and more people either losing their ad accounts or having their ad account performance throttled due to negative feedback. In case you guys don't know, every single time someone buys a product from your site through Facebook ads, Facebook is actually sending out random surveys to random consumers to gauge their quality of customer experience. And Facebook has a strong incentive to make sure that their platform is not full of scammers and that their platform continues to be user-friendly. Payment processors have also started cracking down. Stripe and Shopify payments have stopped working with problematic merchants completely, usually resulting in massive holds or even getting banned from the platform. This is a big change because Stripe and Shopify payments were the staple payment processors for the world of e-commerce. Furthermore, if your chargeback rate is especially egregious, payment processors will even put you on something called the match list, which bans you from processing payments for up to 5 years. Your social security number, your business tax ID will all get linked to every single bank in the United States, so you are no longer to sell anything on the internet. So yes, this style of dropshipping is absolutely dead. Bad merchants ruin Facebook for both consumers and other merchants. It's good that everyone's cracking down. Once dropshippers realize this, they came up with a single product store. In this situation, a site is built around one single product and has a very Kickstarter, startup type of vibe. As a result, this site looked a lot more professional compared to your general store because it's not just a bunch of random crap on a screen, and there's actually an incentive to build infrastructure once you found a good product. So these are examples of single product sites. You can see that the marketers are focusing all of their attention on these individual products, and it looks a lot cleaner and more professional than a general store. The problem, your whole site relies on one single product, and that brings a lot more problems with it. Number 1, competitors catching on and saturating out the product. Even if you decided to slap a logo on your product, even if your product quality is a lot better than everyone else's, consumers will actually still see the physical product all over the internet. Or consumers actually will get bored of a single product and you just spent a lot of money building up infrastructure, and then things really suck because you just wasted all your time as this product is no longer competitive in the marketplace. So you're left with inventory and left with a lot of things that you put together that are no longer useful. Number 2, there is still a lot of copycatting with advertisements and a lot of copyright infringements that go on with these single product sites. Even though Facebook polices copyright violations, this doesn't prevent individuals from still ripping you off. Furthermore, these gimmick style products are usually ones that do the best on single product stores, whether they're back straighteners or mosquito sprayers or even a moon lamp. And these are often stolen from legitimate sources by AliExpress suppliers, often from Kickstarter campaigns. And you may not even know. I've actually had a lot of well-intentioned friends lose their ad accounts and even face legal action because they were pushing single products that were actually copyrighted and stolen ideas. Overall, you're on a never-ending path of trying to find a new viral product, taking the risk to build up infrastructure on these viral products, and then praying that the product doesn't expire. I will admit that single product sites are a lot better than general stores and can make you a sizable amount of money. But the problem, they're not sustainable. Disagree with me? Just ask any guru out there that's teaching this method to show his or her Shopify sales in a long course of time. You'll usually see a bell curve, a massive amount of sales when the product went viral and then a fizzle out. So you might be thinking, Kevin, if you're so high and mighty and if you're such a wizard, what do you do? And what do your sales look like? Well, I'm happy to show you an example. Here you can see a website that I actually started in August 2018. It was one of my first profitable sites in dropshipping, and now you can see that even today, over a year has passed, it's still generating a massive amount of sales and a very healthy stream of profits. This is what you want, a business that is not only profitable, but also sustainable. So what if I told you that there's a way to take advantage of the dropshipping business model, not having to take inventory, not having to allocate a lot of capital, and not having to meet factory minimums without falling for dropshipping's drawbacks? And this is exactly what I'm going to teach you, and this is the reason why we've scaled so fast in the course of a year, because our concepts don't die. This method is what I call the branded niche dropshipping method. I'm going to teach you a way to make a dropshipping site that doesn't look like anyone else's and won't resemble any of your competitors. In fact, your site will actually look like some of your favorite brands. This is a way to have a store convert across multiple products, not just one. A way to have a store that's not only highly profitable, but also very sustainable. A way to make a lot of money while not having to hesitate to build an infrastructure to make customers, Facebook, and payment processors happy. This is what I'm gonna show you how to create. As you can see, this site is unlike any general store, unlike any product store. Things are branded. There's a feel that this is a legitimate business. You couldn't really even tell that these are AliExpress products, and this makes the world of difference in 2019 and moving on to 2020. This is the approach that made me $20 million in sales in year one and will make me even more in year two. And I'll show you exactly, step by step, starting with the next video, how to create a site like this just for your business. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch this video. I hope you enjoyed it. A lot of people think I'm crazy for putting this content out there for free. So make sure you press like and subscribe, share it with your friends. I'm on a mission to transform e-commerce education, and I can't do it without you. You can follow my journey at Kevin Zhang Official on Instagram. DM me and I promise I'll respond to every single DM, and join the discussion in my private Facebook group, Generation E. I promise that no question will go unanswered. See you in the next video.